Hi guys. I was waiting for it to go 1, 2, 3 like it does on Facebook. This is just on my video. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. I know I haven't done that in a long time. Um, but I left the house today again. Wow, people. Um, Several people needed pumpkin stems, and believe it or not, I have pumpkin stems at my house. So the Sampler Guild of Georgia had a meeting today. So I did a few things here. Didn't get any dyeing per se done. I've got some stuff that needs to go to FedEx tomorrow, but it was not the biggest dyeing weekend that I have. But I got some things done, and I really appreciate everyone that's gone on my Instagram, because I've only put it on one channel because I've got channels all over the place. But my Dames of the Needle channel, I think it's that one on Instagram, where I had talked about 2 local friends had come over to pick up some things, and one of them said I should put placards under all of my stitchery and other things on my wall because it's so inspirational and it needs to tell people where things came from. And so someone asked for me to put pictures of my walls, and I did about 95% of them. There's a few walls I didn't do because they were in rooms I wasn't going into because they were occupied or whatever. But I've had some very nice compliments. I guess because I live with all of this, and I've been doing the stitching for so long. I mean, I do have some antiques. I have pieces that people have gifted me and I have gotten from friends that are no longer with me. But I'm just used to having my artwork up, so I don't notice it as much. But anyway, thank you for all of the kind statements. And I also threw up 2 things I was personally working on. I usually don't show things because I change them and I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I'm always really sort of private about that. But I did put up this Stacy Nash one that I'm doing that is Holly Berry. It's summer at Holly Berry Farm. And this is on one of my my linens. It's 32 count. It's a muck. And I came up with the term a muck because that's when I have you don't ever know what the base is going to be. And I use the chemical process that'll bring out the black in Peddler's Blend. But I try not to get the brown in it too much. There is some golds in it. But each piece, again, will be different. And when I dyed this piece and it came out, I was like, oh, I like that. And I had the Stacy Nash chart laying around, so I just pulled it out and did it. And I've been changing it up, and I put it up on all of my channels. And I've gotten an amazing amount of hits and comments about it, which has surprised me. But thank you guys. It was really sweet of you. And I have to go, I've been thanking everyone the best I can. And then I'm extremely private. I know I shouldn't be. And it doesn't seem that way because seem like I'm really an extrovert when I'm really not. And since people needed pumpkin stems and I needed to drop off some linen to another local person, and I didn't know if I could do the Tuesday stitching, I did leave the house today, and it was a lot of peopling. I'm still recovering from July. Some of you on here may not know it, but I lost my dad in June, and June and July it was unexpected. I was on a business trip up in Wisconsin and had to come back home, change cars, go back to which I live in Georgia, and then drive up to Virginia. And it's not been the easiest thing due to some other situations other than my father passing. So it's been a little rough, and that has set some things aside. So I've been a little more introvert trying to go through that. So we'll just leave it at that. But anyway, that's why I think one reason I started this, and I'll show it again, the Stacy Nash Holly Berry Farms. And what I've done so far is, and I know it's hard to see, I don't like setting up things and stuff, but the house is pretty much stitched as she charted it, but not the colors. I really liked her idea, which I've done that some before, but not as dramatic, of stitching little sections in the roof. And it's sort of, the threads that I picked and the colors sort of look like it's moss mixed in on top of the roof. And then I moved the flag from, looking at it was on the right side, I moved it to the left. I've put pigs on there from one of her pieces. I should have brought it over here so I could show it. So I'm not going to get up and let you see dead air. But there's a piece that Stacey did. She has pigs on it, and it's a pin cushion. So I did these little baby pigs from that. And I don't know if they're not done probably like she charted them, because I added more pigs on my piece and I just stitched it off the piece instead of getting the chart out. So who knows? And I'm going to put more pigs on there. And then I got outed in the meeting because I just came in. I don't go very often, and I'm really bad about not saying who I am or what I do, because I just do what I do. And a few people came over and said, "Do I know you?" And I was like, "I don't know." And they recognized me from my company, and we talked. It was very nice. And then we are starting, Emily Gale and Carol are co-presidents, and we're starting this You Create Your Own Sampler with the group. And today was bringing in linen and discussing linen, and Emily Gale did a really good program, and everybody discussed linen, and people got up and talked about linen and what they had brought that day. And one of the young women brought in their faint blue china, because they had seen on Tuesdays, I stitch with them whenever I show up. I'm stitching little by little by Paulette Stewart from Plum Street. And of course, I've started hashtagging myself as the bratty stitcher, because I never stitch anybody's stuff like they stitch it. I just change colors, do things, and it's no disrespect to them. It's just me doing what just comes to me. So I don't know if you can see, because I've got lights and everything behind me, but for the base, I just didn't want a mermaid in there for whatever bratty reason. So I used the whales, and I don't remember if I got the lobsters off of hers or not, because I'm not looking at the chart. But I put a bunch of whales and lobsters in these fish, and then I stitched that in. And I didn't do, I think it was like it almost looked like a quilt star or something in the border there, and I didn't do that. So I just made the border neat, and then I'm changing up the coloring in the flowers. I've added some blue. I think she had all of hers the same colors, and they were red. So I've added some blue into there and working on the house. I haven't worked on this in a while, so we'll see how that turns out. But that was on the fainted, I think it's fainted colonial blue. I don't even know the name of my colors. Isn't that really bad? But that was a change up on that, and she discussed that, because I think, well, it's sitting right here. Let's pull it out and see what Paulette did. Paulette did it on, see, this is her living on little, and you can see I changed it up. She does have whales. I did use her lobsters, but I just didn't put the mermaid in there. And she stitched it on hog bristle, which is it's a great color. That one's from Fox and Rabbit, I think. Yep. That's a very good, excuse me, sampler color. But this yellow spot or whatever this is, I can't really tell what it is from the front. I'm not going to open up the chart. But she put that there, and I just didn't want that. I just wanted the border to go around. So I got bratty and didn't rechart the border. I just made it fit by stitching it. So that's done. I sort of like the verse, but I'm not sure. I may come up with my own. I do write my own verses, so I may put my own stamp on it. I'm not sure. but that's what I did with that. But yeah, I think I'll pull this one out. I haven't stitched on it in a while, so having to bring it out, because I happened, and it was really weird. I just, when you go somewhere to stitch, you take more things than you're ever going to touch. And for some reason, I threw it in my bag, and they were one of the stitchers was discussing how she liked that color instead of the brown. And I said, well, I happen to have mine, and so she showed it off, so we did that. And, yeah, I peopled quite a bit. It was, and I've done a live, and I've shot pictures of the walls. So I've been peopling, and sometimes that gets a little overwhelming. But I do have things going out the door, and I just wanted to talk, drop in, say hi. It's been, oh God, it's been like a year or two before I've done any of these. It's like, what do you talk about? I know a lot of people set up a whole thing, and I just get on here and go, hi, I'm here, and I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. But I think it's really great that the Sampler Guild of Georgia is working on samplers, and you're creating your own, and we're really calling it a sampler, but it doesn't have to be a total sampler, and people are learning about threads and linen and doing that type of thing. So that's really just learning your craft. And Emily Gale is going into, we're all artists, whether you really understand it or not, and treating it like an art project. And then we talked about, I guess I can say it on here live, because we have made announcements. May 1st of next year, we are going to have Miss Teresa Vignette from Shakespeare's Peddler is doing a piece for us. And if you were opening up to our members, and you have to join, I think there could possibly be a price for the kit if you're not a member. I'm not sure about that, so don't hold me to that. But if you want to join the Sampler Guild of Georgia, you can join, and the kit, you can sign up for it, and there's limited space, and it's just $100 for the kit. The guild is paying all the other expenses. And Teresa, she wants to not reveal what the piece is, so that'll be a surprise. But you can look up the Sampler Guild of Georgia. I think they have a Facebook page, and you can ask how to join. Information should be on there. I'm sorry I don't have it on me. But we will be having Teresa, and that's going to be really fun to have her, and actually for me to hopefully see her while I'm not at market, and get to talk to her when we're not doing business. That'll be fun. It's always fun to see your business friends in real life. So I'm going to make this short and sweet. That's pretty much what's going on. And I'm still working on the old top hat. I'm trying to work through having a hard time getting 36 and 40. I have taken that off for the moment until I know I can get it, because I don't want people to order it and then I can't meet the order time, because we're still trying to work through with Zweigert. And Zweigert is shut down for August, and then they're going to bring their mills back up in September, and we don't know what they're going to be milling, but hopefully it will be 30 and 46, because that's what everyone's waiting for. And I think that's pretty much it. So if you want to see all the stuff I have all over my walls, I tried to shoot it so you wouldn't see my messy house. You can look that up on my Instagram, and that's Dames of the Needle, because I don't think it's under eBeth whatever. But that's just a catch up for how long I've been off of here, and I'm going to try to tweak my account a little bit. We'll see. I'm really bad at doing that, but we'll see. But anyway, love you guys, and I'm gone. Bye.